What a disaster from the Nigerian Super Eagles. First match, a 1-1 draw. Sorry, not a barren draw, a 1-1 draw. And this is a disaster because in the second match, we'll be playing host Ivory Coast. And we saw what the Ivory Coast did against Guinea-Bissau yesterday. Good day and welcome to Football Fancy, where we'll look at the performances of the Nigerian Super Eagles with my dear colleague, Nonso Arinzechi, the sports bishop. Also, good afternoon. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Good afternoon, sir.
Yes. This is a disaster. So I don't just understand where did we go wrong in this match.
I think a lot happened. To be sincere with you, I'm not surprised. Like I told you on these platforms a few days ago. Remember, I said that we should again be optimistic, expect no, hoping for the best but expecting the worst. Everybody predicted that Nigeria would concede. Remember, but I'm not so convinced with the backline of the Super Eagles and the goalkeeping issue. I still feel that a lot could have been done better. But unfortunately, like you said, a 2-1 draw, not for lack of trying, I must be sincere with you. I think the Super Eagles created lots of chances, but Victor Osimhen on his day, unfortunately, today was not his good day in the office. He got a goal, but unfortunately was wasteful, missed 2 or 3 chances that could have given Nigeria the victory. But at the end of the day, it goes back to the question I asked some few days ago. Do we have to score 2 goals every game to win a match? If it looks like in every game, do I like there's going to be a mistake or two and we're going to concede a goal? And that's what happened on the night. I think we lost it in the midfield. If you look at the midfield trio of Onyeka, Iwobi, and of course Al-Hassan Yusuf, I think it was non-existent. In the midfield, these guys bossed the game. Equatorial Guinea, they passed the ball much better. They moved the ball better than we did. But we used the pace of our wingers, Debola Lookman and Victor Osimhen especially, to try and hurt them. That's how we try to get our goal. That's how we got our goal. So, and I was a bit skeptical about the midfield. Remember that you talking about last and Yusuf, and I said you are throwing this boy in the deep end. And it's making his debut on an AFCON game proper, first game in particular. And it is what it is. I think we lost it in the midfield. That is where we lost this game because it looked like a loss. Like you did say, we're playing Cote d'Ivoire next, the host team who blew away Guinea yesterday. Beautiful performance. They would have scored by more than 3 or 4 goals. They were quite wasteful as well. But the good news for them is that come the second game, they will have Sebastian Haller as well in that team. So not the best result for the Super Eagles, but I think we lost that game in the midfield. And again, there's a big question mark in our defense. There's a hole or two in that defense. And maybe you help me. I'm still not convinced of Wabali. He kept on rushing out of his 18-yard box over and over again. I think more experience would have tried and look the ball over him. I don't know. He's rushing. I don't know where he's running to. I felt the coach would have gone with Francis Ozor. I don't know if say why Francis Ozor. But I look at 3 goalkeepers, the better of the whole 3. He is much vastly experienced. Wabali is making his I want you the word right now. His competitive debut in an AFCON game. He was out of the blues until now. So why then throw him into the deep end? So it is what it is. It's not the end of the world for the Super Eagles. But like I said earlier, looking at the squad, looking at the preparation, looking at the way we played prior to the tournament proper, boy, oh boy, I think Nigeria will take this point and put it in our chest. We could have been worse, but we'll take the point and we'll head to Cote d'Ivoire.
Can you hear me, Nonso?
I can hear you now. At some point, I'm going to hear you.
Okay, Vincent, can you hear me now? Vincent? Yeah, we can't hear you, please. Okay, no. So, looking at this match, I don't even know what to say. To be frank, I'm just if I use the word clueless, I will be I'll be lying to myself. But I looked at the first half, a very boring first half. The only player that stand out in that first half was Haruna Lukman.
Lukman, yeah.
Yeah, and every other person was just they were just waiting for reaction from one another. This is a team sport, for crying out loud. And I just think that our players need to stand up. And I said so. And you could see me. I was using the word unprepared all the time, unprepared. And this is the outcome of this word I use, unprepared. We have to be in our A game when you come to tournament like this. Last time out we went 3 out of 3. We won we won the group stage. And when we went to the round of 16, we bunkered it. Now against an Equatorial Guinea side that we just put under our arms and slaughter them 3 goals to 0, and we just lay things rest, wait for the other match. We are drawing 1-1. In terms of the goalkeeper, I think I agree with you with respect to that. He's just coming in new. He has never been in an overseas tournament. So how comes he's selected for this match? I don't just understand what Pesero is doing. Instead of responding, he's reacting. Do we keep on reacting? Do you keep on reacting all the time? You have to respond before the match. You have to know what your opponents are up and doing. Yes, Victor Osimhen had chances. Can he do it all alone? No. You had a Chikwueze that you were supposed to start. You started at Moses Simon. Why starting 2 right-footed player on either part of the flank? I don't just understand. When you have somebody that is in form in AC Milan, you have him in best of shape, and you are playing the Moses Simon. What do we need Moses Simon for? Play Ademola Lookman on the left flank. Play Chikwueze on the right flank. If it doesn't work, then you bring up Moses Simon. For me, Moses Simon shouldn't have come into this match. He shouldn't have started this match. That's what I think. I don't know what.
Let's look at this from this point of view. I think we had a lot of passengers in that pitch. E.g., number one, like you did say, was Simon. I think was the biggest passenger in that pitch. I don't think he did anything to add to the attack of the Super Eagles. He was all over the place doing absolutely nothing. I repeat, all over the place. He didn't create any chance. He didn't put in any cross to the 18-yard box. He didn't even have a shot at goal. He was doing absolutely nothing. Apart from the ball that he played that crashed the bar in the first half. He was totally useless at the wing. And like I said, he boiled out. See, if Nigeria will go for it, it has to be Lukman and Osimhen, and they both combined for the goal. That got the equalizer. Look at the way these guys carved our defense open. Another passenger again. I must call out to that. Come on, I just have to. It's what I do. It's Onyeka, Frank Onyeka. What was he? See, for a player who is experienced, that has played in the Premier League for so long a time. He was drabby, shabby from the individual. And again, I will call out. I'm sorry, I know it's people said also, oh, you are coming for him. A lot of our opponents were saying also, why not give this boy a slack? After all, it's his debut. Why not attack the experienced player? But I remember there was so much hype about this guy, Hassan Yusuf. Some people call him the reincarnated Kante in Nigeria. I remember. Amokachi, who was on commentary duty in the first game of the African Cup of Nations, kept on screaming his name. He's the next thing. He will fill in for Wilfred Didi. He repeated even before the game. He did that again. During the game, he kept on calling the boy's name, and the boy went flat. His passes was bad. I would not doubt his effort because he was all over the pitch trying to stop the ball. But that's something that Iwobi and the Frankonyeka did not do. But for a midfielder, you look at passing, interception. These are the things you look out for. It was not there. It was not there. You know, Iwobi was non-existent until he started giving. I think those he did was 2 killer passes. I think if Iwobi waves in and out of games. For 20 minutes, he will not be in the game. After 20 minutes, he gets one ball. He creates a big hoop like the one that Osimhen missed. That was suicidal. You don't miss those kind of chances in games like this for Victor Osimhen. That pass was a knife, was like hot knife through butter. And then Owobi disappeared again. So I think we have an midfield problem. So I don't want to. I don't like saying this, but I must say we missed the service of Wilfred Didi because he brings a lot of calm to the midfield whenever it's available. That's why it's poor form, whether it's poor form or he always brings some kind of calm to the midfield, and that calm was not there. Semilogo Ajayi started badly, but at some point he came into the game. He grew into the game. You can feel that partnership between Semilogo and AFCON is relatively new. It has not been tried before. So, but like I said, during the second half, they came into their own and they grew in. Why start? Okay, Seru Sanusi.
Yeah.
Why
start him? Why play him?
Why start him? When Kabibasi came in, he added so much bite into that left back position. You are playing a Equatorial Guinea. You are packing a defense full of defenders. All I know is not the best defender. It's not the best right back for. Why don't play Bright Onyemaechi and of course Calvin Bassey? These guys will attack and defend. Was it? I think it was too defensive conscious for a team like Equatorial Guinea. I know before we talked about the fact that Equatorial Guinea has not lost a game in 10 games. Now make it 11 because of the draw. But and because of the fact that they dumped out Ivory Coast and of course Algeria in the last AFCON. But let us be sincere, man. Are we going to be scared of Equatorial Guinea? Then what should we do against Cote d'Ivoire? Should we be packing the bus? Is that bad? So I think as a team, we've not gotten it right. I think our play in the field in the whole of 90 minutes was in batches. You know, this one plays the first 10 minutes, 15 minutes. There was no cohesion. It just happens once in a while where we string 3 or 4 passes together. See, I was listening to someone during the game. What it sent me and said that Nigeria took the worst coach to the AFCON.
Ever,
Do you know what?
ever.
I think I agree. He sounds clueless and his changes did not bring anything. His changes didn't bring much. Okay, let's assume that the Calvin Bassey change and the Bright change was nice. The Chukwueze change was nice. But he did that so late. I think Moses stayed too long in that game. They are making changes at 80 minutes. Come on, man. Come on, man. For the love of God, we need to find the right formula, and we don't have it. See, I'm not surprised if we crash out the group stage for the first time in our history. It could happen because, like I said, we're in the hopes of Victor Osimhen, and of course, Aruna Lukman. And I can beat my chest and tell you clearly that we will consider a goal every other game. So Osimhen must score twice. Lukman and Osimhen must score if we're going to be getting 3 points from the next 2 games. And you're playing a Cote d'Ivoire team who looks very solid in defense. It's sad, really sad. I don't know what was our style. It's we 4-3-3. And somebody even know where we was playing. Was it going to be a creative midfielder, a central midfielder, or attacking midfielder? At some point, I didn't even know who was the defensive midfielder. I thought Alassa Yusuf was the DM to replace Wilfred Ndidi. But the guy who was staying mostly backward was Frank Onyeka. And it was his howler that cost us the first goal. So what are we doing? If this imagine Onyeka was in that pitch of play, and Alassa was in that pitch of play. We also had these are our best midfielders, and we play this badly. They're gonna play a midfield of Cote d'Ivoire that has the likes of Fofana, Frankesse, guys who boss the midfield. Even we may not be able to even qualify as best loser because I felt if we had won the game today and they found a way to navigate the game in the final game, even if we lose to Cote d'Ivoire, we would have made it as one of the best losing team. But absolutely, it looks like even the best losers may not be able to see it with the way we are playing because Cote d'Ivoire may come at us and may give us a spanking. It's possible. Is that bad? Really bad. I can't hear you.
Okay, what's the way forward now? Going into the next game, because with the way I saw the Ivorians, with the likes of Boca, with the likes of Fafana, Frankese, you can see the mix and the gelling between these players from defense to midfield to attack, and I'm getting scared. So what's the way forward? Because you don't, as long as I'm concerned in this tournament, you don't even have a midfield now. You don't have a midfield. You have an attack that is strive or that is being starved of the ball up front. Yeah,
absolutely.
There is starved of the ball up front. So what is the way forward?
I think we need to create a formula. I know it's very funny where we can boycott the midfielder. And I don't know how.
What formula? You can't create a formula that will boycott the midfield. To be frank,
we've seen teams do that. I've seen teams do that, especially in the Premier League. I've seen coaches do that. I remember the coach of South Africa when he was in charge. I thought Piso Masemani. What he did when he had no strong midfield, he went long. You know, try and get the ball to your wingers. Let me just put it this way: the way Paul Scholes will do, he collects the ball from the center bank, he boycotts his attacking midfielders, he gets the ball to either Ronaldo or Nani, and the wingers do their thing. and you hope that they find the ball to Victor Osimhen, or they get past one or two players and coin the ball into the back of the net. Because if we're going to play,
Is that how we're going to win this tournament?
Well, I don't think we can. See, to be sincere with you, I don't think we can win it.
Okay, because is that how we qualify from this group going long?
We just have to find a way around it. But if you notice, when Onacho came in and we went long, chances began to come. He began to drop the ball down for Osimhen, and it looked like we're going to score. Unfortunately, we didn't. Because if we open on these people to create, the only player who creates that team is Alex Iwobi. But unfortunately, he waves in and out of game.
Alex Iwobi is not a number 10. It's not. I don't just see this as a number 10. He's not a number 10.
He waves in and out of games. Like today, for the first 20 minutes, he was not there. And bang, he created a beautiful pass that split the defense. And then he was out again. And bang, another beautiful pass. You know? Do you want a number 10 is not consistent? Sorry to digress. Look at what Kevin De Bruyne did yesterday for Manchester City. A 20-minute cameo looked like he played for 90 minutes. That's what the number 10 does. Mele comes in, bang, he scored, bang, he started creating chances. He has created 4 or 5 chances before in 20 minutes. That's what the number 10 does. When he holds the ball, you're already scared because you don't know what he thinks, what he's thinking. The Mesutozils of this world, you don't know what they are thinking because this guy can see passes. Even the coaches who are in the bench, who are watching from the stands, can't even see. But we don't have that in the Super Eagles. Your most critical player is Iwobi, and he drifts in and out of the game. And this is why I was lamenting. Remember in the first show we had, I kept on lamenting why we did not call up this young man, Kelechi Wakali.
Yeah.
I kept on screaming that we had no business not calling up Kelechi Wakali. Because Kelechi Wakali was a creative player when he was at the junior level. He was so creative that the players in front of, whether it was Taiwo Awoniyi, whether it was Isaac Success, they enjoyed.
Yeah.
Whether it was Victor Osimhen, he played with Victor Osimhen, I beg your pardon, or Samuel Chukwueze, they enjoyed him. It was Kelechi trying to play with Isaac Success and Taiwo Awoniyi. They enjoyed him. Iheanacho, who was closest to number 10, unfortunately now he now plays as a striker. And even his availability, he was not even fully fit. So are we going to force Iheanacho to play as a number 10? I can't remember the last time he did that.
This is just a wasted. For me, I think it's a wasted tournament for the Nigerian Super Eagles.
It has done a dusted.
Look at the chances we have. 19 shots on target, 7, and they had only 1, which was the goal they scored.
What is their goal? Our goalkeeper did not make any save today. So let's say Wakali did not. Wakali was not. Sorry. Wabali was not tested. He was not tested.
It wasn't.
The next time the ball came to him, all he did was pick him out of his net. He was not tested. That goal would have scored Ihozoho. That goal would have scored Olorunleke. Because it was a beautiful finish by Edson. Beautiful finish. Exquisite finish. World class. So, let me sincere. You have 7 shots on target and you are scoring 1. Let's forget about the one that did not go on target. 7 shots on target and you are scoring 1. Is it not suicidal?
It is, absolutely.
Look at the possession-based football. Look at the possession. Look at it. The guys, they don't have much of it, but their pass accuracy is top.
It's top notch.
Because when they had the ball, they knew what they wanted to do with it. The midfielders knew how to pass the ball, and they used it judiciously and religiously. But we kept on having the ball, and we kept on wasting it.
We wasting it is even an understatement. We just lose the ball anyhow. And we were even lucky it is not a star-studded side like the Ivorians. They could have just
they would have smashed us.
Smooth shots from there.
They would have smashed us.
Okay, I think we'll just hope for the best going to the match against the Ivorians. If the match against the Ivorians was our last match, I would say something. But this is our second match, and that is why your first game is as good as you qualifying for the round of 16. Once you start fumbling in your first game, I don't think you have anything to write home about at the end of the day. So thank you so much, Noso. I'll see you when next we come up live by tomorrow when we look at other matches.
But before I go, I want to say something. We need to change with this quickly. I think the coach will need to change personnel with some areas. I just hope he'll be bold enough to swallow his pride and change some personnel. And so I got it wrong today. I will change and see how it goes. In that because game, there will be no time for second chances. If we throw that opportunity away and don't get a good result against Ivory Coast, we could be singing the farewell song even before the final game.
When was the last time we even started singing the farewell song even before the round of 16? When was the last time?
But at least we always find a way to. For at least we always find a way to scale out of the group stage. It will be disastrous. Anyway, I used to say Pesaro is our worst coach ever. He could be the worst coach on paper by finally losing, uh, be the first manager to lose in the group stages of the AFCON. Even Ecuador got out of the group stage 100%.
Yes, as bad
So what are
as
we
bad as
saying?
we portray about Ecuador, he got through
Exactly,
out of
100%.
yes, as bad as he is, 100%.
100%. So wait and see at the 45, you need to see his face. Let's see what happens. I think you need to own up and say, okay, I got it wrong here. I raise my hands in the air. I'll go and regroup and change personnel and come back stronger. But it's not like I keep saying again. No, I'm not a bearer of bad news. I'm not a devil's advocate. I don't come here to play spoilers. This is what I saw with my eyes today. Uh, I would have called it an eyesore, but the people say I'm a bit drastic. But it's not good readings for Nigeria Super Eagles ahead of in this tournament. I'm watching.
Yeah, it's not good news for those of us watching out there. I can see some persons online. Kindly subscribe to our channel. Kindly hit the notification bell whenever we go live, and also kindly hit the like button as well. I think it's just so sad that we have come to this, and hopefully, Coach Jose Posero will make adjustments in the match against Ivory Coast. I think that's here we will draw the curtain on this analysis. We'll come up by tomorrow. We'll give you that of group. Is it group F? Group F. I think that will bring you analysis for group F and group group C and D for tomorrow. Thank you so much. Thank you also for being part of the show once more.
Thank you
We'll,
for having me.
we'll have you tomorrow. Please just take heart. It's one of those things that happen. That's football. I can see all Nigerian lovers being angry in the group earlier today, and argument or no argument, possession or no possession. But this is where we find ourselves as Nigerian fan. And you said it at the beginning of the tournament that we shouldn't hope much for a Super Eagle that will come out to perform. And to be frank, I'm one of those people that is not hoping that the Super Eagles will really perform very very well in this tournament because I've seen the preparations, I've seen everything that they have out there, and it is nothing to write home about. And that is what we are seeing because as football fans, we tell you what it is, and as football pundits, we tell you what it is, what we are seeing on ground. You might call us prophet of doom, but that is just what it is. So we should just move forward with what we have and let's see what will happen in the next game against them. Something might happen against the Ivorians. We might win, we might draw, and we might lose as well. But no matter what, no matter what happens at the end of the day, let's just go home and look at other positives. We'll draw the curtain down. We'll draw our curtain down here, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye, Nonso.
Cheers.